Hey everybody, it's Brandon with RPG Overviews, and I have a pay-what-you-want adventure for 5th edition called The Duke and the Dagger. It's by Timothy and Anna Gibbons. It's a first-level adventure. So hello Timothy and Anna, I hope you like this video about your adventure that I'm making here. So one thing to let you know is that if you pick it up, there is a printer-friendly version, so you don't have this frame all around it and this background. It's a challenge for a group of 4 first-level characters. It should take about 2 to 4 hours, and it's going to take place in the Free Duchy of Alseth. And it says the Duke, Rudolph II, recently died, leaving behind a young heir, Alphonse. He's only 12 years old, so the steward of the estate has been managing the day-to-day affairs. Alphonse is a brat. He wishes to immediately ascend to the throne himself. Gavin is fed up with him and his terrible behavior, and he's hatched a plan. So the nobility, they engage in a coming of age ceremony. This is kind of that, I wouldn't say generic, but we've seen it kind of before, but it's always kind of fun, in which they visit an ancient shrine to the goddess Neru and draw a ceremonial dagger from the stone altar, representing the goddess's blessing on the young noble. So the noble's friends, they set up minor traps and puzzles along the way to stimulate danger of the real adventure. And in response to one of Alphonse's tantrums, Gavin promised the young duke that he may take over the kingdom as soon as he comes of age. And so that would be it. If he can get the dagger, then he would be of age and be able to take over. In preparation, Alphonse's aunt Marybeth went with her retinue 2 days ago to prepare the traditional traps and puzzles and to place the dagger in the shrine. So, of course, Alphonse is thrilled. He wants to go right away. Gavin, though, secretly went into the shrine and replaced the altar and the dagger with an unusually clever mimic, having promised the creature free meals. Hopefully, Alphonse. So he reached out to a group of adventurers, that's y'all, and hopefully they're strong enough to avoid casting suspicion on the steward, but weak enough to lose to a hungry mimic. So you're going to have your introduction, what's going on. 50 gold pieces up front, 50 promise when you return. You've got your journey, it's a 2-day hike. So you got Alphonse. He complains regularly about the dust of the trail, gnats that keep landing on him, and that he is hungry. He's unwilling to eat trail rations, even if offered. So there's some fun insults that he's going to give people. He's insulting everybody. He chooses the PC with the lowest charisma score, insults them whenever the opportunity arises. That's funny. This is going to give you an opportunity to have some fun running this, especially if you're new to running a game. He says stuff like, by the gods, have you ever heard of a hairdresser? If you did visit a beautician, they'd write you off as a lost cause. Ah, you can't have that out in public. Oh wait, it's just your face. How embarrassing. When I ascend to the throne, I'm going to make ugliness illegal. It's obscene. You better get your things in order because you'll definitely have to go. I think it's funny. I'd have a lot of fun running this little bratty kid a bunch. I just go to town on it. So they're ambushed along the way. He sees like something glinting and he runs off. No matter if you tell him to stay put because the kid's a jerk. 2 giant badgers are going to attack. So when you probably stop the giant badgers from attacking, it's going to be an old canteen emblazoned with a gilt logo of the Karst Trading Company and filled with decent quality apple brandy, which he claims for his own and will not give anybody. So it's fun to be able to play this kid up as a turd. So you've got the shrine, so it's going to explain about that, and you got a cool map here. I'm not sure. That almost looks like crayon to me, but it works pretty well. Not too many rooms. It's going to be pretty easy. You've got a real door that's actually pretty good riddle. You've got a pit trap, a lockbox, and there's a gate. So some things to get through. And then you've got the shrine. There's a waterfall that runs down, so it's going to be a nice little setting here. And you can see the boulder and the dagger are in the center of the pool, and of course it's a mimic. He's going to run up to it immediately and saying, finally, now we can get out of this disgusting cave. As soon as he touches the hilt of the dagger, however, he sticks to it and begins screaming and squirming. The mimic is going to try to kill him and eat him a little bit, so hopefully you'll be able to save him. Now, one thing that's neat is we go up to number 2, this pit trap. It says that there's a single gold and onyx cufflink glinting beneath the edge of a stone at the bottom of the pit. It belongs to Gavin. When he came here last night to sabotage Alphonse's trial, he accidentally fell in the pit and didn't notice he'd lost a cufflink. That's going to be an important clue for later on. We've got a secret chamber here. It could have some dark mantles, but if those are too tough, throw in some giant bats instead. There is a pearl of power that was accidentally left behind by the wizard who created the shrine's magical elements generations ago. And then when you return to Gavin, we got some cool situations here. What happens if Alphonse is eaten? Of course, Gavin's going to feign extreme sadness and declares a day of mourning. He's going to give you your 50 gold pieces, but there's always going to be, when you're interacting with him now, if you found the cufflink, a chance that you may spot that he's missing his cufflink. Now, if Alphonse survives, he, of course, is going to try to act pleased. He's going to give his 50 gold pieces. And then, of course, you could see maybe the cufflink. If the boy has the dagger, Gavin declares that he has finally come of age and can become Duke. Meanwhile, Gavin plots his demise from the shadows, so he's going to do something later on to the kid. And of course, if you don't find the dagger, Gavin instead declares Alphonse has failed and will have to try again next year. Meanwhile, Gavin plots his demise from the shadows also. And of course, if the PCs flee, they do not report back for one reason or another. He places a bounty on their head, accusing them of kidnapping or killing the young Duke. And he then assumes control of the duchy. So if you succeed, Mary Beth is going, you can go to her with your evidence. Going to give you a magical item. Pretty cool. This is a nice little short adventure. Definitely great, I think, for starting new players in role-playing games. I would love running this little kid. I'd make him an absolute jerk and a punk. So there it is. There is the Duke and the Dagger. Check it out if you need a new adventure for 5th edition. Maybe you got a new group starting or some young players. This seems like a perfect adventure for that. So thanks for watching.